And could a legal maneuver have stopped the mass shooting in May?
Now, this is a question advocates of what are known as red flag laws want more people to start thinking about. So here at home, Indiana has a law like that, but Ohio and Kentucky is a no-go. WLWT News 5's investigative reporter Todd Dykes is here now with more on why that is the case. Todd?
Well, Mike and Ashley, anytime you drive on I-275 from here in Ohio through northern Kentucky to Indiana, you're traveling through 3 states that have many gun laws that are the same, but some that are different. The differences in red flag laws that allow for guns to be taken away from people in certain circumstances are stark.
Almost 2 decades ago, Indiana helped pioneer a legal tool designed to keep guns out of the hands of someone who's deemed mentally unstable.
If somebody's a danger to themselves or a danger to other people, it gives us amount of time to take the guns, make it safe for our community.
Shane McHenry is sheriff of Dearborn County, home to Lawrenceburg. He's glad lawmakers in the Hoosier state passed a red flag law in 2005. The law lets police officers and loved ones of a person on the edge ask a judge to keep that person away from firearms.
So it's just not law enforcement saying, oh, this person's crazy, we're going to take all their guns and we're going to keep them.
Indiana is one of 21 states that now have red flag laws. Ohio and Kentucky are not on that list, largely because pro-gun advocates worry such laws can let the government trample the Second Amendment. McHenry emphasizes that in Indiana, people who have their firearms taken away have a chance to quickly get them back.
They can petition the court and there's a hearing within 14 days it occurs, and then they may get their guns back. We're not gun grabbing. It's nothing like that.
McHenry says Indiana's red flag law has only been used 2 or 3 times in Dearborn County during his 5 years as sheriff. But he says in each case, having the law was beneficial.
You don't know what you don't know, but if you look at the whole picture, I think it's been a huge help in potentially avoiding a major event to happen at times.
Now, Ohio and Kentucky do have laws that can keep guns out of the hands of someone who is committed to a mental institution, but those laws involve a formal process that can take a while, which means removing guns can come too late after something bad happens. Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.
Todd, who could forget just 4 years ago, the Oregon District, our neighbors up in Dayton, experienced that mass shooting in 2019. And at the time, Governor DeWine had talked about simplifying the process of taking guns out of the hands of people battling mental health issues. That really hasn't happened. What's going on with that?
Yeah, you're right, Mike. And I went to Columbus to attend that. It was a lengthy news conference, all kinds of experts there with Governor DeWine. Covered the launch of a proposal. It was called Strong Ohio. It would have made Ohio's pink slip or gun removal law more nimble. Governor DeWine's push did come up short in the legislature, and today a top aide told me that his focus is now on keeping firearms out of the hands of repeat violent offenders. So we all know this is so multifaceted, so complicated to try to figure out how to stop, especially these mass shootings from happening.
And here we are 23 hours later, and this man's still on the run. Todd Dykes, thanks for your perspective.